Hi ladies, hi everyone. I'm Carla, the founder of the Feminine Energy, and welcome to this channel if you're new. So on this video today, I want to talk about men who joke or criticize about your feminine lifestyle and how you want to run run immediately from that type of man. So what do I mean by this? What do I mean is when you embody your feminine energy, and if you have the intention and the desire to live a softer life, not be working 9 to 5, not be hustling hard, but work if you want, when you want, doing work you enjoy, that makes you feel fulfilled, that is your passion, from your feminine energy, and you just want to live an enjoyable life. You just want to live life on your own terms, and you work if you want, you work when you want, you decide what you do on your days based on your needs, based on your desires. So your life changes, right? Baby, you were hustling before, you were working 9 to 5, etc. But when you start to embody your feminine energy and you want to change your life to have this soft life, your life will change. So my life changed. For example, I've been running a business for over 12 years. And in the beginning, I was very much in this boss babe, energy of hustling, working long hours every day, being exhausted, not getting anywhere, etc., feeling frustrated, exhausted, resentful. And when I started to embody my feminine energy, my life completely changed. I decided to start delegating things, especially the things in my work that I didn't like. I started to hire people, I started to delegate, I started outsourcing. So I have more free time. So I work and do the work that I really enjoy doing. And it makes me feel passionate, doesn't even feel like work. It just feels good in my body. And to me, I started to decide when I want to work, if I want to work today or not. And I decided to live life on my own terms. And so my life completely changed. So what that means is that I decide every day, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? For example, now I'm in my car, I'm just going to pick up my mom and we're going to go for lunch. We love Chinese. We're going to have Chinese lunch. We're going to take our time, etc. I'm not going to work for the rest of the day today. I'm just going to do, I'm going to have lunch with my mom. Then I'm going to do some shopping. I'm going to pick up my daughter from school, etc. And that's what I decided to do, right? Because that's what I want to do today. That's what I feel like. So that's how I live my life. And that's what happens to a lot of ladies, a lot of women who start to embody that feminine energy. They decide what they want to do. They want to live soft. They want to live softer, slower, more enjoyable life. So what happens is you won't have the traditional 9 to 5 career job anymore, right? You're gonna have a different kind of lifestyle. You're gonna have a softer lifestyle. And to certain people, that can be very weird. That can be very strange, because especially to people or men that are used to masculine women, are used to women that work hard, hustle, work 9, 12, 10, 12 hours a day, blah, blah, are always exhausted. Especially if they're used to that type of woman, they're gonna find very weird, that you don't have that kind of lifestyle, that you don't have the belief that you have to work hard in order to prove your value, or in order to live, etc. Because you don't. It's a choice. That's a choice. That's usually it's that survival mode. And that's just a choice. There's no rights or wrongs. There are choices in this world. So if you are, embodying your feminine energy, making these changes in your life and starting to live life in your own terms, and you are dating and you are meeting men online, offline, whatever it is, and they start criticizing you, they start joking, they start making certain jokes, like, for example, let's say it's Monday morning and they assume that the man you're talking to assume that you are at work, but you are at the beach, you know, enjoying the sun, or you are doing a manicure, or you are at home, or you're just resting, you know, and they will get very triggered and they can say things like, oh, that you're very lucky that you have that kind of life, you know, that you can be at home or you can be at the beach, you know, on a Monday morning. Oh my God, I wish I had that. Or they can say like, oh, you are at the beach on a Monday morning and I'm here working hard, you know. And it's kind of it's gaslighting basically, and it's basically like a joke. This guy, or it's actually it's a critic criticizing, they're criticizing you, these guys that joke, which is not a joke at all. Basically they are just triggered, they're being bitter, you know, they don't understand you, and it's controlling. It's a sign of being a controlling person because they don't have an opinion on your life, you know. They're just someone that you are dating, maybe you met once or twice, or maybe you never met, just started matched on a dating app, you just started talking. They don't get to have an opinion on your life. That's very controlling, that's abusive as well. That's disrespectful, because you also not going to criticize. If they are at work, if they are working, you're not going to criticize them. You're gonna right, you don't have an opinion, you don't need about they being at work. Oh, you work too hard. Oh well, no, you're not gonna say that. So they also shouldn't have an opinion on you, how you live your life, what you are doing, because it's none of their business. It's disrespectful, it's controlling, especially to someone they don't even know in person. And even if they do, they don't get to say what, you know, if it's right or wrong, or that you are lucky or not lucky. It's how you live. No one is get to have an opinion, right? So usually what these type of men, what they reason they do this, it's because they are in their wounded masculine. They are in their wounded masculine. Maybe they have mothers who are very masculine. They have their mothers who work hard, who hustle, who do, you know, everything for them. And that's how they expect women to be, right? They expect women to be like this and to cater for them. So when they find a woman who is in her feminine and it just flows and puts her needs first and her well-being first, they get triggered. You know, they don't like it, they don't trigger it, because you are the type of woman, we're not going to cater to them. Right? You're not going to provide for them, you're not going to do like their mothers do. Right? And so they get confused, they get triggered. And one of also the reasons they get triggered is because maybe they had these masculine mothers who do things for them, or maybe do everything for them, and they are like in their comfort zones, so they don't do much for their lives, you know. And it's like they are in their comfort zones, it's comfortable, but at the same time they feel emasculated, right? Because they're not in their masculine power, they're not in their masculine, they're not achieving goals, maybe they don't even have goals, and they're not in their masculine power. So what happens when they meet a woman in their feminine energy, you know, living a soft life, they will get triggered. It's like a mirror to them of what they are not doing, right? And the type of woman that maybe they would like to be with, if they were working on themselves, if they were stepping into their masculine power. So instead of looking at themselves, they're gonna you know, shift, and they're gonna look at you. It's easier to criticize you and make you feel bad of the soft life that you live, instead of looking at themselves and what they're doing, and if they're not happy with their lives, right? So that's the reason why they do that, and this is very toxic. So, and if you are still embodying your feminine energy and you're not fully 100% in your feminine power, you might have the urge to respond to these jokes or to this kind of men. And not just men, but this can, I'm talking about men, but this can happen with other people. This can happen with you know, friends. This can happen with co-workers, with clients. This can happen with random people you meet. This can happen with everyone. So I'm talking about specific about men, but it can happen with other people, especially friends, girlfriends that are much in their masculine energy. They're gonna feel triggered. They're gonna do the same things. They're gonna do these jokes and etc. But in specific to men, as I was saying, if you are not fully in your feminine power, because if you are fully in your feminine power, you're not going to respond to anything. You just delete, move on, because you want to protect your feminine energy. You are living the enjoyable life. You are focused on feeling good. So you're not going to let yourself, lower your frequency, lower your energy to respond to this kind of BS. So you just move on. But if you are still embodying your feminine energy, if you're not fully in your feminine power, you might have this urge to respond and to say something like, I know because I've been there. No, I used to respond things like, I'm not lucky, I created this life for myself, right? So you can do it as well. I used to get these kind of responses, or something like, I don't hustle, I don't work hard, I am in my feminine energy and I prioritize my well-being. So you basically, what we're doing is just, you kind of are explaining your life and your choices to a stranger, or barely a stranger, who is being disrespectful, who is being controlling, who has zero possibilities. He has zero, how can I say, he has no saying, zero saying in your life. You shouldn't even have an opinion, right? And when you are responding, you are kind of explaining yourself, because you're not fully in your feminine power. That's why you feel this need to explain to people why you live this way. When you step fully into your feminine power, no, you are unapologetically. You are so much living the life of your dreams, of, that you don't want any bad energy to interfere. So if you see a glimpse of a bad energy, goodbye, because you're not responsible for these men or how they think and what they say. They are responsible for themselves. So you just remove yourself. That's what the feminine, powerful woman do. She doesn't respond. She doesn't argue with men. She just removes herself. Because if you meet a masculine man, a healthy masculine man in his masculine power, is not ever gonna say these kind of things to you. Actually, you will be happy that you are in your feminine energy. You will feel your feminine energy. You will feel that you value yourself, that you put your needs first, that you put your well-being first, and that you are in your feminine power. And you will find that amazing. You'll be like a magnet to him. He will adore you for that, and you will just probably feel mesmerized. You will he will never make these jokes or say these kind of things, and why? Because he's not in his wounded masculine. He's living his life as well. He is crushing his goals. He is creating the best life for himself. So that's his focus as well. He's living his best life, achieving his goals, creating a wonderful life for him from his masculine energy. And you will adore that you are on the same frequency, you are on the same energy, but on a feminine way, right? So you will just never say these things, and you will find amazing that you are living like that. You will probably be curious, but curious in a healthy, positive way. You want to know more about you, and he wants to meet you and get to know you exactly as you are. So that's what I wanted to say in this video. So if you are in this process and of dating and embodying your feminine energy, and you find this kind of men, they say these jokes, really, this is toxic AF and is a very big red flag, and it's a sign for you to delete and move on, to not respond to these kind of things, because these are men. It's not just men that are in a feminine energy. No, these are men who are in their wounded masculine, and they are not taking accountability for themselves and for their lives. They are not having goals, they are not achieving their goals, they're not looking at themselves instead of criticizing others. So this is very, very toxic. This is a type of man that if you will make you feel bad because you are in your feminine energy wanting to live a soft life. He'll make you feel bad for that. He'll push you into your masculine energy wanting to cater for him, and it will be just awful. If you let this happen, it will just let you off from your being disconnected again from your feminine energy. And no, absolutely not. You are on your journey to embody your feminine energy, so don't let anyone interfere with that. It's block, delete. So you only entertain and respond to men who are respectful and who don't make critics or anything about the lifestyle that you live, because it's just your choice, your life. No one is get to say anything, any opinion. I don't want to swear in this video, but it's very much so F off to anyone who say that. And I'm not saying literally you have to respond this way. No, it should just be in your feminine energy. It doesn't even trigger you. It just realize, okay, this is not for me. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Have a nice life. And and just entertain men, respond to men who are respectful, who really like you exactly the way you are and want to help you make your life easier. Right? They want to help you making your life even softer, even more softer, even more beautiful, and want to be there for you. That's the kind of man that really you want to date as a feminine woman in your power. That's the kind of man you want to date. So I hope this is helpful for you, because this is one of the things that happen when you are embodying your feminine energy and dating at the same time. So I hope this is helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if this ever happens to you, and what you think, how you respond, etc. Let me know, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't, because I'll have a lot more yummy content to come. Have a nice day. Bye bye.